probably could have died over the deal. And so one night, I went to the movies, and Willie left a note on my truck and said, I know what you've been up to. We need to talk. I was like, oh, no. And so like a week later, I show up down at Mom and Dad's house, and only me and Jace were working there at the time. And I see all my brother's trucks there. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? And it was basically an intervention. And so, man, it was the most awesome thing ever. And I've only seen my dad cry twice, and that was one of them. And so I'm kind of like the prodigal son. I came to the Lord, best decision I ever made. My dad said, he said, son, you're going to be on house arrest for 3 months. You cannot leave. I said, yes, sir. He said, you're going to have to, and this was like November. He said, you're going to have to duck hunt every day. Hell yeah. And I said, well, if I'm going to get sober, that's a great way to do it. So I tell that to you guys, so, you know, I know you guys have maybe been through a lot, kind of have some similar stories, and when you go back to your families and stuff, I pray that you don't go down that road. Trust me, it's not worth it. Keep God first and family first.
Doesn't mean he worked any harder. I also had to work on that as well. We got any Miss K fans here? You dang right. Let me tell you one more Phil story. Just thought about this. I hadn't told this one yet on this trip, but so my father gets kind of fiery. You know, he's kind of like a bearded preacher, and he gets mad at the production company all the time. So we were having our family dinner, you know, like you see on the show, and he was in a tizzy. They done made him mad that day, so he said, all right, bow your heads, let's pray. And he said, Father, I pray you be with this bunch of heathens out of Los Angeles, California, that their souls don't burn in hellfire and damnation. And I looked over at Corey, I was like, did he just say what I think he said? They edited that out. That was one prayer you didn't see at the end of the show. So Miss K, look, I mean, one of the funnest things about the show and what's happened is actually watching your parents become celebrities and get famous, and you know, at their age in life. And Mom just cracks us all up because she never saw this coming, and she never was on TV before, ever for the show. So she goes out now. She actually does talks and speeches, and she does a great job. I was able to go on one with her, and she and I were talking, and so we were fixing to go up on the stage, and I looked over, and Mom has no notes. She has nothing. And I said, Mom, do you have any notes? Are you prepared? And she said, I'm just going to talk from the heart. I said, oh, crap. So we get up there, and she's doing her speech, and it's powerful. She's talking from the heart about living with my father when he was so bad for so many years, and now that it's better. And she looks over at me, and she says, and Willie won't tell you, but he was the nicest child ever. I mean, this kid was nice to other kids, and he invited boys down the house all the time, and they didn't have to be rich, and they didn't have to be popular. He didn't care who those boys were, and he loved those boys more than just friends. I knew there was something weird about
Jingles.
So I was sitting there on stage. I'm in front of like this many people, and I was like, I cannot believe she just said that. So the speech was over, and I said, Mom, that was a great job. Man, that was certainly from the heart. And the part about loving boys more than just friends, can we change that? It sounds kind of weird. She said, well, you know what I was talking about. I said, I know, Mom, but it was on Twitter within 5 minutes. Quote of the night. So look here, I came to the business a little bit different way. I was kind of good at selling stuff when I was a kid, and we used to sell fish. While my father was trying to get this duck call business going, we were commercial fishermen as well. So he would bring the fish back to the bank. Mom and I would take them to town, and we'd sell them. So we go to the market, the market was full. We had to hit the streets. And I mean, if you can sell a German carp to someone that hasn't been cleaned, you can sell anything, okay? 'Cause they're nasty. So in 5th grade, this guy came by with a box of Hubba Bubba bubble gum. Gave us a box of bubble gum. Now, as a 5th grader, I could have consumed the gum in 2 days. I was kind of smart. I thought, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to sell this gum for 50 cents a piece. I actually thought I sold it for $0.25 a piece, and one of my friends from school said, no, you were selling it for 50 cents a piece. I said, oh. I took 1 pack. It didn't even make it through the school bus run, and I thought, boy, I got something here. So I sold that whole case of gum. Made a ton of money. I went to my mother. I said, Mom, look, you need to take me to cash and carry. We need to buy cases of gum, candy, anything I can sell, because I've got a hot market up at Pinecrest Elementary. Mom said, well, you're going to have to pay me 10% for gas and take you right around. I said, Mom. She said, well, I said, Mom, that's great. She said, no, you got to do it or I ain't going to take it. I said, all right. So that was my first dealing with an agent, with my mother. So I am just blowing through this candy. I mean, books went out of the locker. I got candy in there. I got candy in my jacket. I'm dealing in the hallway. I mean, I'm rolling. I was like Red on Shawshank Redemption. I was a man who could get stuff. Business was good until the principal called me in his office and he says, Willie, are you selling gum and candy out of your locker? I said, yes, sir. He said, well, the concession stand had a meeting with me and their sales are down. And I got to shut you down. I said, well, crap. So I was bankrupt on that business, but I still needed some money. So I came up with this thing I did. It was called the human jukebox. So what I'd do is I would get on the school bus. It was a 2-hour ride. So I'd get on the bus and you would put a quarter under my arm. I would drop it in my hand and I would put it in my pocket, simulating a jukebox. And I would sing songs that I knew from the 8-track tapes that my oldest brother, Alan, had. The most popular song we had by far was a song by Foreigner called Jukebox Hero.
Let's hear it.
Would you like to hear a little version? Hey! I've done 60 speeches this year. This is the first quarter that I have got. I had to come all the way to Afghanistan to like break records and do crap I've never seen before. My assistant said, you should actually have somebody come do that. And I said, no, I don't want to do that, so here's my quarter. All right, here you go. Now look, here's the deal. If you're going to try this later, or try to make some extra money, you got to do the instruments, the singing, you got to do everything, all right? So when something like this, I'd hop up on the back of the seat and you go boom, standing in the boom, with his head on boom, couldn't get a boom. It was a sold out show. What do you think?
I think Bridget's got you beat.
I only get paid a quarter, so crap. So look here, now right about the time you yell, that's when Miss Norma, the bus driver, would yell and say, Willie Jess, sit your butt down right now off that seat. I was all right. I had to give them their money's worth, so I'd take it to the aisle. Heard the roar of the crowd. To the scene. So,
This guy's crazy.
now listen to this crap. It's crazy. I haven't told this one either. I forgot about this part of it. So, when the show came out, we were in Los Angeles, and like right after the show came out, and I'm sitting in a restaurant, and I look over, and it's Guy Fieri, the cook with the crazy hair. And I thought, oh my gosh, there's Guy Fieri. So I'm waiting to talk to him or whatever, and so he stands up from his dinner, and I go over there, and I said, hey Guy, man, I'm Willie Robertson. We have a show called Duck Dynasty, and he said, yeah, man, what show? It's cool. He said, hey, I want to introduce you to a friend of mine, Kelly Hansen. He's the lead singer for Foreigner. Now, what happened was I started acting like sometimes I've seen people do with me. I was having a hard time breathing, and I was like, oh my gosh, oh wow. when I was in 5th grade, I used to do this thing boom, 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 boom. And I look at this cat. Now this cat, he's like straight up rock star, sunglasses on at night, and he's just staring at me like this. And I mean, anyway, I'm a big fan. It's nice to meet you. He stares at me, goes, "Was that when you were peeing the bed?" And I said, "You watched the show." He said, "I've never missed an episode." I was like, "Yeah!" Circle. All the way back from Jukebox Hero to meet this guy. So it has been a crazy ride. Are there any Jace fans here? Jace, oh, what a weird guy. True?
Very true.
Jace, now Jace, all right. Now people say, now look, Willie, why are you the CEO of the company? Why isn't it Jace? Because he's older than me and has been there longer. And I said, well, you know, I was kind of good at selling stuff, and I went to college. I got a degree, and Jace went to college too. He took 2 classes: golf, first aid. He failed both of them. That is not a story, that is the truth. He gets mad every time I tell this. That's what Jace. It was true.
He's one of the best hunters on the planet, but he's dumb as a rock. Jace is all right, but the problem was he started college, it was in August, right? So things are going great. Making good grades at this big 6-hour commitment he's made in his life. And September, he's doing all right. And then October hit, and it was hunting season. Guess what? He gone. Jace is all right. There's one more guy that I think has a lot of fans. Anybody like Uncle Si? Tell him something funny about Si. I will tell you my favorite absolute Uncle Si story. There's many versions to the story. Willie has different versions. So, Si used to be a smoker for a long time. He did have a heart attack in the duck blind one time. Stayed through the hunt. True story. But anyway, this was way before then. He was in Alabama. He had just gotten out of the military. He was there for 24 and a half years in the Army. So he's deer hunting with this guy, and he's up there smoking on the stand. Guy went and dropped him off, and he didn't know the area too well. Just moved there. He's up there chain smoking, wondering why he ain't seen any deer. So anyway, so after a while, he hears a cough. He hears some rustling. He hears a cough. He's like, he's like, what in the world? He said, I'm hunting on, you know, a game reserve or something. There's some kind of game warden or something. So he starts getting all scared. Then after a while, he doesn't hear anything. And he's like, I guess it wasn't nothing. A few minutes later, here's another cough. He's like, man, that's that guy messing with me. He's walking around the stand, just jacking with me. He's looking around. So finally, the 3rd time, this is Si's story now, I don't know how much is true. He said he heard a cough, and he looked down, and it was a 30-inch wide buck from Alabama. That's like a state record, I would think. With smoke coming out of his mouth. And he said, I said, well, Si, what happened? He said, well, what had happened now, he said, a gust of wind came when I was puffing on my Winston, and it just happened to come down and just come right in that deer's mouth, and he was just smoking a cigarette with me. I said, Si, did you shoot the thing? He said, no, I just figured he was coming by for a smoke. I don't know how much of that is true, but that is a true Si story. I don't know about true, but that's a Si story.
Oh, Si, he was, Si's the voice of the old okra man on VeggieTales. That's true. He wrote a book called Psychology 1 that went to #1 on the New York Times bestseller the first week. I said, Si, you had parlayed being lazy and sitting around running your mouth into making a lot of money. He said, I'm a TV star, Jack.
Hey, look, Si's the only man. He had a house. I mean, it wasn't like a super nice house. It was an okay house.
The house he was in?
Yeah, well, I mean,
That's the crappiest.
well, I'm trying to be nice here. So
It was
anyway,
crap.
he
It
does
was
really
crap.
well on his book. He tears his house down and builds a and puts a trailer on it. Who does that?
It's a nice trailer.
It's a nice trailer.
I told Si, I said, Si, you realize you could build a bigger house? I mean, you could, you know. He said, no, what are you talking about? Trailer house for $5 million. So look here, guys. Man, we're thankful. Our family's thankful for you guys. Sacrifices you make, being away from your family, and it's been such a joy being here with you, talking about our family. And we've got we came out with a Christmas album this year. Yeah, it's the next logical step for us. Going into music. That was not, you know, it's called Duck the Halls, a Robertson Family Christmas, and it's #1 for about a month on the country charts, and so we ventured into new things, and I've got a song on there called Harry Christmas.
Classic.
Have you heard Harry Christmas? Have you listened to it yet? Oh man, come on. We're gonna collect some funds so we can get you a disc drive. So Harry Christmas. So look here. We're gonna do this tonight, and now I'd like for you to help, and so I'd like for you to sing when we get to the chorus. I realize you don't know it yet, so I'm gonna try to teach it to you. All right? So when I say it, and then you're gonna say it back to me. That's how it's gonna go. All right? Okay. So. Remember the words. All right, so when we get to the chorus, all right, it's going to go like this. So hunt you down a Christmas tree. Y'all try. Hunt you down a Christmas tree. Now, you're going to like this next line. Thank God Mama's cooking is free. Thank God Mama's cooking is free. Now, you Alabama boys are going to really like this one. Round up your redneck family. Round up your redneck family. And watch Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Watch Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Like Jesus and Santa Claus, we got love behind these beards. Like Jesus and Santa Claus, we got love behind these beards. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a happy, happy, happy New Year. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a happy, happy, happy New Year. All right. Decent. Hopefully we'll do better when we crank it up. So we're going to sing this. Now look, I'm thinking I need some help on this song because I performed this with Luke Bryan. Luke and I did this for the Christmas special a couple of weeks ago, and so when I came over here, I thought about singing this song, and I thought, well, I need to find somebody to help, and lo and behold, I found someone who could actually sing and who was willing to get up here and sing with me. So let's see. See if that. Oh, here we go. That is General Dempsey himself.
I'm here for you, Willie.
You warm the pipes up?
I'm ready.
All right. All we need is some music. We'll be ready to roll. Now don't forget your parts. Santa's sleigh might fly right on past with all the camouflage around this place. So we bought every string of lights Walmart had. Now he can see the house from outer space. Shot down some ducks and some mistletoe, a lot of love and a pot of gumbo. Hunt you down a Christmas tree. Thank God. Santa Claus, we got love behind these beers. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a happy, happy, happy New Year. I'm gonna give it a try here. Buy the kids a big trampoline. Everybody gets a new shotgun. Travel short of a major scene, but there's a guy in Texas who rents one. Duck season and holiday cheer. There's nothing like this time of year. Hunt you down a Christmas tree. Thank God Mama's cooking is free. Where you at, Alabama? Round up your redneck family and watch Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Like Jesus and Santa Claus, we got love behind these beers. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a happy, happy, happy New Year. All right, what we gonna eat? We got the pig, got the turkey, got the chicken, got the duck. Miss Kay's in the kitchen, gonna light it up. So hunt you down a Christmas tree. Ready for this? Y'all gonna like this. And blow it up on New Year's Eve. Put up your redneck family and watch Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Like Jesus and Santa Claus, we got love behind these beers. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a happy, happy, happy New Year.